February 28, 2012, breast cancer was the furthest thing from my mind. But at the age of 39, it became my reality. I had no family history. I couldn't feel any lumps, but a mammogram said different. That is the moment my life started on what I call the breast cancer crazy train. A mammogram and an ultrasound showed a 5-centimeter Trin lens in my right armpit. It's pretty big. I'm a nurse, so of course I'm going to open the report and read it on the way to the breast surgeon's office. I was in total disbelief. I didn't feel this huge lump, and I knew what these words could mean. 7 hours with the breast surgeon and the radiologist doing mammograms and ultrasounds over and over. They said we couldn't find any tumor. I was relieved, but only for a second, because the next words from them were, we did find calcifications. They asked, would you like to biopsy or wait 6 months? 95% of calcifications are benign. I'm so thankful I chose to do a biopsy immediately because I felt that choice saved my life. A few days went by. I tried to stay positive for my children, but I had a gut feeling the results I was hoping for weren't going to be so. I was out car shopping with my oldest daughter, and the phone rang. It was her, my breast surgeon. I immediately had the feeling of dread take over my body. She was talking, and all I could feel was this hot spinning sensation I describe as a hot tornado. Spinning and spinning. I was in complete shock. Her words made no sense. She kept saying, "Tara, it's positive. You have cancer." My heart was beating out of my chest, and the only thing I could say is, "So what does this mean? What does this mean?" over and over. I didn't want to alarm my daughter, but she looked at me and no words were needed. She knew the news wasn't good. We rushed home, and my fight or flight took over. I grabbed every nursing book I had, reading chapter after chapter. I researched online and spent every second praying, talking with my family, and soul-searching for the right choice for my treatment. As I looked into my children's eyes, the choice was clear: bilateral mastectomy and, if possible, immediate reconstruction. I wanted these toxic breasts off of me, and I wanted to live. I wanted to be aggressive, and feel like I had some control of my body. The date was tentatively set for March 15, 2012. A trip to the plastic surgeon's office and then surgery. Well, that's what I thought. But again, God's timing wasn't going along with mine. The morning of March 13, 2012, my phone rang, and it was my breast surgeon telling me she'd moved the surgery date to March 29th because of the insurance company, giving a difficult time removing the non-cancerous breast. I was so upset. Here I am again, completely out of control of my own life. It wasn't fair. Who are they to tell me what is right for me and my peace of mind? I hung up and I cried for hours, only to have the phone ring once again. More horrific news. My dad was dying and on the way to the hospital 500 miles away in Ohio. Unbelievable. I couldn't take any more. I dropped everything to be by his side. As desperate as I was to have my surgery, I am so thankful I was able to spend the last 48 hours with my father in ICU. He passed away on March 16, 2012, on his 62nd birthday. A few days later, I was driving back to North Carolina to start planning his funeral arrangements. I got a call from my breast surgeon. She kept saying, "Let's do a lumpectomy. Let's just do a lumpectomy. Get it out of you, and then we'll reschedule a bilateral mastectomy in a month to let you plan and get ready." I was heartbroken. My soul was broken. I felt helpless and powerless over my body and my life. So I agreed, and March 29, 2012, I woke up to find she had implanted rods for radiation in my breast. I couldn't believe what was happening. I was so frustrated. I went for my post-op a few days later. The surgeon walked in the room and told me the cancer had changed, and it was invasive ductal carcinoma, a 3-centimeter tumor, high grade. I looked at her in the eye and I said, "If you can't support my decision about my body, I will find a doctor who will. This is my life and my choice." She agreed, and she moved forward with genetic testing and a consult with a plastic surgeon. The meeting that would forever change my life physically and professionally. I sat on the examining table, feeling full of anxiety. The door opened, and in walked was this young, warm-smiling doctor who said, "Hi, Tara. I'm Dr. Jeremy Pyle. Everything is going to be all right." We discussed the reconstruction process, and on May 29, 2012, I underwent a bilateral mastectomy with immediate reconstruction involving expanders. Over the following months, Dr. Pyle not only just was my plastic surgeon, but someone I cried to or laughed with, someone who had made this process less stressful and always had a true, caring, positive attitude. After months of fill-ups and 2 surgeries, one for the boob exchange and one for the nipple reconstruction, Dr. Pyle talked to me about areola tattooing. We searched for months looking for an expert artist. Sadly, there was no one in my area or in my state. I agreed to allow the office nurse to do the areola tattooing. She gave me 3 options: chocolate brown, bubblegum pink, or nude. I almost fell out of my chair. Are you kidding me? This is my last hurrah? With only the option to have no areola tattooing, I went ahead and did the procedure. Afterwards, I walked out of the room. My doctor standing there, he asked, "How do you feel?" I said, "That's unacceptable. I'm going to go train with the best in the world, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to offer this to my fellow survivors because we deserve the best." And he said, "Do it." I knew at that moment my life was about to change forever. I knew from the moment that tattoo pin hit my hand that it was my purpose, my gift, my answer to why me. God had a higher meaning for my life, and I was ready to live it. April 2013, I founded Pink InkTattoo and went straight to Dr. Pyle's office to share my news. I opened my photo book and showed pictures of areola tattoos I'd already done and told him that I was a certified areola, complex, 3-dimensional, and scar camouflage tattoo artist. He said to me, "My office is yours. Come here and help women." I began seeing women from all over the state at his office, and I continue to do so. I am also now working with many wonderful plastic surgeons throughout Raleigh, Durham, and as well as Wilmington, North Carolina. I hope to continue connecting with surgeons across the country so that I can offer my service to all women in need of this. I am honored to be able to help my fellow survivors with areola tattooing, helping them feel whole again, giving them back their self-esteem and self-confidence. Without the love and support of my beautiful children and my soulmate, George, I would not be the person I am today. I am so grateful to my family, my friends, and my plastic surgeon for believing in me.